One morning, an old woman wanted to bake gingerbread. Apron on, the recipe ready. The flour is added, ginger is sprinkled. The old woman kneaded the dough gently. Finally, she shaped it into a man. Opened the oven and put the cookie. Sat and waited with excitement. Gingerbread man was baked perfectly. The kitchen smelled deliciously. The old woman opened the oven, took the tray and placed it on the counter. She added currants for his little eyes, a sweet cherry for the nose. As buttons, cherries were wise. For a smiling mouth, some cream she chose. At that moment, the gingerbread man was alive. "Don't eat me!" he shouted, and left the kitchen quickly. Even though the old woman followed him, the gingerbread man was so fast, ran away rapidly. "Run if you want! Run after me! No one can catch me, because I'm the gingerbread man!" The gingerbread man ran and came to a farm. A cow was fascinated with his scent's charm. "Moo! Wait, I'll eat you!" he shouted from behind. "Run if you want! Run after me! An old woman is already trying to catch me, but no one can catch me, because I'm the gingerbread man!" The gingerbread man ran and ran. A pig smelled his sweet scent. "Oink, oink! Wait, I'll eat you!" he shouted from the back. "Run if you want! Run after me! An old woman and a cow are already trying to catch me, but no one can catch me, because I'm the gingerbread man!" The gingerbread man ran and ran. A chicken smelled his sweet scent. "Bok, bok, bok! Wait, I'll eat you!" he shouted from the back. "Run if you want! Run after me! An old woman, a cow, and a pig are already trying to catch me, but no one can catch me, because I'm the gingerbread man!" The gingerbread man ran and came to the lakeside. He thought he would dissolve in water and disappear. A fox was fascinated with his scent's charm. "Jump on my head, I'll carry you!" he shouted from behind. The gingerbread man jumped on the fox's head. The fox couldn't resist and opened his mouth wide. "Ah!" Just when the gingerbread man was about to become his bait, a crow saved him by holding him in the air. The gingerbread man asked the crow curiously, "Do you eat gingerbread? I was wondering." When the crow opened his mouth and said, "Yes," the gingerbread man fell to the ground and escaped. "Run if you want! Run after me! An old woman, a cow, a pig, a chicken, a fox, and a crow are already trying to catch me. But no one can catch me, not even you, because I'm the gingerbread man."
There were 7 little goats living in a cozy hut. The mother goat warned them before going to the market. "Don't let strangers in. Shut the door tight." The cubs nodded, and the mother went out. The wolf, who could not find food for a long time, smelled the 7 little goats from quite afar. He knocked on their door and shouted, "Open the door and let me in!" The 7 little goats were also very surprised. They immediately recognized the wolf's voice. "You're not our mother! Your voice is too deep!" So the wolf tried to move away to thin his voice.
How is this now? How is this now? There it is.
The wolf was going to deceive the 7 little goats. He knocked on their door. This time his voice was thin, just like the mother goat.
Come on, my babies, let me in!
The goats were happy to hear their mother had arrived. One of them wanted to open the door, but what was that? His feet were gray. The goat said, "You're not our mother. Her feet are white." The wolf failed again, but his stomach was still rumbling. This time, he ran to the bakery. He took a sack of flour and poured it on his feet. The wolf was going to deceive the 7 little goats. He knocked on their door. This time, his voice was thin and his feet were white. The goats were deceived and opened the door for him. The wolf jumped on them, and the goats ran away. The first hid under the table, the second behind the curtain. The third jumped on the bed. The fourth jumped on the stove. The fifth went to the closet. The sixth to the kitchen. And the 7th was inside the clock. Of course, the wolf wouldn't stop. He found the goats one by one. He took them to his lair. The mother goat has returned home. The door was open and no one was inside. The mother goat was very sad and cried. Hearing her voice, her baby came out of the clock. It turns out that he was the only one who could escape from the wolf. He told his mother what had happened. The mother goat wanted to save her babies. She immediately ran to the wolf's lair. Like a bear, her voice deepened and roared,
I'm looking for a wolf to fill my stomach!
The wolf was very scared when he heard the voice because he thought the mother goat was a bear. He left the goats and ran into the forest. He didn't even look back. The mother goat has finally had her babies. They all hugged each other and were so happy. The wolf could not deceive them again because the 7 little goats were very clever. One day, 3 little pigs went to the forest. All 3 wanted to build beautiful houses. They all roamed around and gathered the necessary things. The little pig has built a straw house for himself. Pig brother said,
This house is not solid at all.
The little pig didn't care at all and closed his door with a bang. The middle pig built himself a wooden house. The eldest pig said,
This house is not solid at all.
The middle pig didn't care at all and closed his door with a bang. The eldest pig built himself a brick house. He was very confident that his house was solid. So he sat down and stretched his legs. And nothing could spoil his enjoyment. Then a big bad wolf came. He was both very hungry and angry. The 3 little pigs were very scared when they saw the wolf. All 3 of them closed their doors with a bang. The 3 of them were frightened and hid inside.
Hey, piggy, open the door and let me in,
said the wolf.
Nah,
shouted the little pig.
Then I'll huff and puff and blow your house down.
my house is solid. You can't blow it down.
And the straw house was destroyed. The little pig ran to his brother.
Hey, piggies! Open the door and let me in,
said the wolf.
Nuh-uh!
Shouted the middle pig.
Then I'll huff and puff and blow your house down.
My house is solid. You can't blow it down.
And the wooden house was destroyed. The brothers ran to their older brother.
Hey, piggies! Open the door and let me in,
said the wolf.
Nuh-uh-uh!
Shouted the eldest pig.
Then I'll huff and puff and blow your house down.
My house is solid. You can't blow it down.
The brick house was not destroyed. The wolf tried again. The brick house was still not destroyed. So the wolf thought for a moment and saw the chimney of the house. He climbed onto the roof and went through the chimney. The eldest pig realized that the wolf was coming. He immediately burned one of the woods. The chimney was now filled with smoke. The tail of the wolf was burned.
Yow! Ow, 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 ow!
The wolf just got away from there. The little pigs who built the straw and wooden house finally understood the importance of a solid house. They worked hard and built a brick house for themselves too. Even if the wolf huffed and puffed, their houses were no longer destroyed. The big bad wolf, far from them, was so upset, and he even cried. All three little pigs played freely in the forest, and without fear, they had fun.